What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Ajax Liverpool post-match analysis video. And what a massive win this is for Liverpool, because I think Ajax deserves huge credit for this game, for this performance. You got from Ajax what you exactly expected. A lot of bravery, a lot of fight, a lot of good football. And in the end, they were attacking with like 5 forwards, 3 strikers, 2 wingers. They were bombing forward, throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Liverpool. But Liverpool's defense held on. Fabinho and Joe Gomez were imperious at the back. And also, Tagliafico scored a great goal, but it was into his own net. I actually felt very sorry for Tagliafico and for the whole Ajax team, because on the balance of play, they probably deserved at least a draw. They hit the post and they had some big chances, especially the first half. Liverpool were very shaky. I thought that Curtis Jones was maybe a little bit overawed by the occasion, his first Champions League start. But you have to excuse that. He's just a 19-year-old Scouser kid playing for his boyhood club Liverpool in the Champions League for the first time as a starter. Maybe he got a little bit too nervous and Jurgen Klopp substituted him at halftime, and Jordan Henderson came on. Captain Fantastic, Mr. Liverpool, really bossed the midfield in the second half. He was both the orchestrator and also he led by the example, in the second half. And I think with Henderson in midfield and Wijnaldum a little bit further forward, Liverpool got the balance back in the midfield in the second half. I was also very impressed with Diogo Jota, who came on and put on an absolutely great performance, a great shift. And it was very unlucky that Liverpool didn't score on the second goal, because Ajax, as they threw everybody forward, they were vulnerable to the counter-attack. First half, I think Liverpool started pretty well, but Ajax also had some moments. This was actually a very open game. If you just look at the scoreline, it doesn't tell you the full story, because Fabinho cleared it off the line. How good was Fabinho as a centre-back? It's no coincidence that the 2 times Fabinho played as a centre-back this season, those are the only 2 games where Liverpool kept clean sheets. So I think we have a pretty decent Van Dijk replacement. Fabinho at centre-back is going to solve a lot of problems for Liverpool. And Joe Gomez, I felt, had a very good game as well. And we also have to talk about the elephant in the room, Adrian, the goalkeeper, who looked shaky again. But this was an improved performance by Adrian. He made some very good saves actually, but also there was an instance where Joe Gomez tried to usher the ball out for a goal kick. There was an Ajax attacker behind him, but he was shielding the ball very well. And Adrian comes out of nowhere and smashes the ball and smashes into Joe Gomez when the ball was just 1 yard from going out. And then Joe Gomez looks at Adrian like, what are you doing, bro? Are you out of your mind? Are you insane? I loved that from Joe Gomez, but I hated that from Adrian, and I can't wait until Alisson is back. There is actually a chance, there is a hope that Alisson could be back for the weekend game against Sheffield United, but I think Jurgen Klopp will be cautious and he will bring in Adrian. He will bring in Alisson when he's fully fit and ready. I think that also Ajax put in a couple of really nasty tackles at the end. Quincy Promes on Wijnaldum, that looked really bad. I felt on another day that could have been a red card. Wijnaldum was in a lot of pain, and every time I see a Liverpool player down, I'm really fearing the worst, because now with Van Dijk's injury, we can't lose many more very important players. Also in the second half, this was, I think, a first on the Jurgen Klopp. In the 60th minute, Salah, Mane and Firmino, all 3 of them came off, and Takumi Minamino, Jota and Shaqiri came on. It was so good to see Shaqiri again in a Liverpool shirt. Minamino was also pretty nice, pretty good. He had some really lovely touches. Ajax were very aggressive in the second half, and they needed to be, because they were trailing. And maybe a sharper Liverpool could have scored the second goal in the second half, and I'm actually very happy that we didn't regret that, because there was an instance in the 94th minute where Adrian comes out for a cross. He wants to catch the ball when there is like 5 players around him. Why? This is what I don't understand with Adrian. Sometimes it's like he's acting on bad instinct instead of thinking with his head, because he, of course, he won't catch the ball when he's falling down. There are like 3 or 4 players under him, and he drops the ball, and the Ajax player has the whole net to aim at, and thankfully he shoots over the bar. That was a lucky escape for Liverpool, and after that the referee blew the final whistle. Reece Williams also came on with 3 minutes to go, and he actually had some really good headers. He actually made some very good defensive clearances. James Milner also looked in discomfort. So we have potentially Wijnaldum and Milner picking up injuries. Fabinho looked like he had some discomfort in his back. Let's hope it's nothing serious, because if we lose Fabinho, then wow, we are left with Gomez and Matip, who are both injury prone. And I really hope that Liverpool can get a lot of confidence from this win. Ajax away is actually a very tough game, and I expected Liverpool to have some really nervous moments, and that's exactly what happened. Ajax are a really good team, and I'm actually relieved with these 3 points, because anything could have happened. Honestly, there were so many chances in this game. If you just look at the scoreline 1-0, it looks like a boring game, but it was anything but. It was a thoroughly entertaining game, pulsating game. It's like there was no midfield. Both teams were just running through midfield and attacking the backline. And there were some instances where Ajax had like 4 attackers against just 3 Liverpool defenders. And a credit to Fabinho and Joe Gomez. They saved Liverpool so many times. And let's talk about that Fabinho clearance on the line. The ball was this close to going over the line, and Fabinho gets back after Tadic lobs Adrian, who came out to close the angle. No problem with Adrian there. Tadic lobs him, and it's looping into the net. But Fabinho gets back and clears the ball off the line. Absolutely magnificent centre-back work by Fabinho. He was imperious today. Really enjoyed his performance. I thought he was second to none, honestly. Huge credit goes to Fabinho and Joe Gomez. They were massive rocks in Liverpool's backline. But with Adrian in goal, Liverpool will always be shaky defensively a little bit, I feel, until we get back Alisson. I think that Liverpool just need to grind out victories however they can. Mane and Salah also had some very good games, very good performances, but it's a shame that we couldn't score more than the 1 goal. That was from a Mane shot which got deflected, and then Tagliafico tries to clear it with the outside of his boot, and he just shoots it into his own net. A really unlucky moment for Tagliafico, but credit to Mane. He went past some Ajax players like an absolute menace. And Salah also had some chances which he couldn't score from. Bobby Firmino was a little bit quiet, but he had some good touches, and he was the engine going forward. Ajax are a very good team. I'm really interested to find out how Ajax will make life very difficult for Atalanta. The Midtjylland-Atalanta game was a no contest. Atalanta ran out 4-0 winners, but I don't think we should write off Midtjylland just yet. I think they are a stronger team than the scoreline suggests, and I'm really interested to see the highlights of that game. Anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Massive win for Liverpool. Bring on Sheffield United. Let's win another game. Let's build some confidence. Huge congratulations to the Liverpool boys for getting the job done. A really professional away win in Europe. Exactly what you need in this Champions League campaign to start off on the right foot. And I think now we play Midtjylland at Anfield and then Atalanta home and away. Those will be 2 absolutely titanic games. I think those 2 games will decide who wins the group, and I'm really looking forward to it. By that time, hopefully Alisson will be back in goal as well, and then Liverpool will be a lot stronger defensively. But with Fabinho, I'm actually a lot more calm for the future, at least for the near future of Liverpool's defensive situation. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.